but I was truly honored because this is my home country. And, just the planning in my head, just like, okay, what do I do? Because I've never done a state dinner before. One of her preferences was that she loved lamb, even though Filipinos don't normally do lamb, but I'm like, I'm going to get you the best lamb dish that you can ever have. But I paired that with this dish. It's fava beans, morel, and cipollini, but it's very similar to like a bean stew that we do in the Philippines.
Kristetta's impressive performance at state dinners like these earned her a reputation as one of the White House's best chefs. And when Walter Scheib stepped down as executive chef in August 2005, the then
to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamb.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamb@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy. Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home.
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
And the morning show.
Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio
UK.
This is Starr Radio
UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
All right, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Monday edition of the morning show. Today is the 30th of December, the year 2024. The time now 13 minutes past 11, and this is Starr Radio UK. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, and just a day more for the end of the year. How was your festivities? How was your celebrations? Whatever you did, how did it all go or pan out, as we will say? I had a quiet one. Had church services in between. It was all good. It was all good there. But I hope that you also enjoyed yours. But wherever it is, thank you very much for joining us. It's going to be a very swift one this morning. Yeah, exactly at 12 o'clock, we'll be bringing the program to a close. Myself and my technical director, Mr. Francis Guy, were saying to few things, so we're taking and moving and doing all sorts. But he said, now you promised listeners that you're going to be on, so you have to be on. So Bossman, thank you very much for making sure that we come on. And let me say good morning to my colleague and co-presenter, Mr. Olayemi Koiki. Yes. I hope you are doing very, very well. Especially good morning to Anthony Adeneji, Aziz Shamsuddin. Good morning to Felix all the way in Aberdeen, Kojodi. Good morning to you. Mr. Dan Taberi, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, our money man, I salute you. Pastor Emmanuel Chidi, good morning to you. Reverend Michael Esiama, good morning to you. Captain Tete, good morning to you. And all you wonderful people who have been behind us on Starr Radio UK, holding our backs, pushing us on throughout the year. You've been so splendid when it comes to your support and patronage. And I really, really appreciate you all. Bibi Clement, massive good morning to you all. Well, so as I said, it's going to be a swift one. We're going to be cracking on just to bring you the weather forecast. I know the travels, if you are traveling in the UK because of the festivities, well, there are lots of flashes, shutdowns and stuff like that. But whatever it is, don't you worry yourself at all. As and when there are any different scenarios when it comes to your travels, I promise you one thing for sure, that we're going to bring you all the details of it. But normally, when it comes to the end of the year, what we say is that you take stock and then you, as we say, when it comes to the battlefront, you regroup and then find your way forward to move on. Okay? All right. Yes. So we are going to be looking into some of the stories that have made the rounds over the last 365 or 364 days, and then 365 tomorrow. Well, and how you think that has impacted your life? And well, there have been lots of elections that have taken place. There were lots of surprises that took place. People who were thinking that, well, it's going to be us, we're going to be doing that, we're going to be getting there, and then lo and behold, things change and they are not there, neither here nor there. So you ask yourself the questions, the predictions or the predictors or the polls and everything, how did it all pan out? Well, there have been landslides here in the UK. No, when I talk about landslide, I'm not a political landslide. Yeah, in the US, in Ghana. So you look at all those things and you think, is there a phenomenon or something that is taking place that we all have to be watching closely. Now, you don't want to know, or you want to know, whatever it is, you got to stay tuned and listen to us on Star Radio UK, because we'll do our best to bring you all that as the program goes on. But like I said, exactly at 12 o'clock, we bring the program to a close. The quote for the day says, forgiveness is greater than justice. Justice is human. Forgiveness is divine. You can share a bit of the divine by forgiving. So you forgive me if I've wronged you, and you share a bit of divine. So you go beyond being human to a bit of divinity there. What about that? That's a good one. Those who have not been offended will say, or who have offended others will say, yes, praise God. Others who feel offended will say, no, you're not actually seeing reality there. But whatever it is, Okay. My darling wife is telling me that I didn't give her fruits. But you know what? Because we were at home for some time, I've forgotten all the things that we're supposed to be doing to make sure that everything is okay. So it's not me, is it? Okay. But whatever it is not coming away from Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. Yeah, we move on from there. Just bear with me as we continue to do so. Okay. All right. Let's move on to let's move on now to the weather forecast for you. For most of us, it's going to be still a very cold day. Not as cold as it's been of late. Yesterday was a bit colder. The day before yesterday was colder as well. But we're going to be seeing some very, very cool time come after the first, or yes, the New Year's Day. We're going to be hitting some very, very cold time. But today, the top temperature is going to be 9 degrees. The lower is going to be 7 degrees. And the details are, now this afternoon will be dry with variable amounts of cloud and a few brighter spells developing. It's going to be turning cloudier again by the evening. A breezy and mild night. Now cloud will move in through the evening, leaving overcast skies for tonight. Near dawn, the cloud will turn more broken once more, dry and mild, with winds progressively strengthening. And then, as I did say, top temperature 9 degrees, the lower 7 degrees, UV level low, pollution low, sunset 16:01, and sunrise for tomorrow morning 08:06 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast and a summary from your travels as well. For those of you using the underground, DLR, Elizabeth Line, Piccadilly Line, and Weaver have all got part closures, reduced services, and minor delays. So please check before you leave. That aside, all the others are running a good service. London Cable Car, my apologies, it's running a good service. Riverbus, good service. But on the major roads, the A roads, the A13 is having a serious, experiencing serious delays. And that is Canning Town flyover refurbishment works, Newham Way, both directions between A13, that's East India, Dock Road, and Beckton Road, lane closures and restrictions in place for flyover refurbishment works. Okay, so check before you leave. You don't get yourself stuck in any traffic there. When it comes to the National Rail, as I did say, now Avanti West Coast Chiltern Railways, Cross Country, East Midlands Railway, Great Northern, Greater Anglia, Island Line, ScotRail, Southern, Thames Link, Transport for Wales are experiencing special service or offering special service, but Metrorail is experiencing minor delays. So please check before you leave. That aside, all the others are running a good service there, and that is where we bring to an end the travel updates for you today. This will come your way from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to exactement 11:21. And I will just take a quick commercial break and take you global trotting. So wherever you are, don't tag the dial. From from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar is making the headlines. Be rest assured, we're going to touch on it. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, let's crack on. Whilst we go global trotting, we come back and then I will make sure I bring you everything. Somebody say from where? Everything from yes, thank you very much, my producer. Yes, from archaeology to zoology. So let's crack on. So what have I got for you? Well, from Nigeria, river crisis, Wike roasts Peter Odili. Video is trending. Article falls. Full military honors accorded Tinubu's son. Okay, you want to know more about all that? You have to stay tuned there. Is Tinubu's son a military officer? And if it is, why is he being accorded full military honors? We're telling you. Lagos to conduct local council election in 2025. APC is saying an NDLEA naps businessman retrieves 74 wraps of heroin and cocaine. And Nigeria economic sabotage. Army arrests 8 oil thieves, recovers 90,000 liters of stolen products. And then 120 billion naira fake product destroyed in 6 months. It's one of the stories making the rounds in Nigeria as well. Tinubu's economic diplomacy blooming. That's what ministers are saying. Well, again, I will say it this way. Depending on where you are standing, you see it, you can say it's doom and gloom. But those who are other side will say, oh, it's all very nice. But what is the reality? What is the reality? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Fubaro, a political in his approach to governance, investors are saying. And we're going to be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. In other stories making the rounds on the African continent, now Chad has gone for its first, has got the polls have closed for Chad's first parliamentary elections in 13 years, and let's see how that pans out as well. And in other stories, the Ugandan grandmothers fostering HIV orphan kids. Those are tough times for them. There is what coming your way from Starr Radio UK. In Ghana, Yohunu directed us not to comply with service instruction. Police officers to court, and the chiefs won't tolerate another Kufuor's presidency. Kronti Hine of Achim assume, and then Kusasi honors Overlord with historic statue ahead of Samanpid Festival. And UPSA denies being served in Rashid Ibrahim legal case. There are some of the stories making the rounds in Ghana. Kufuor to decorate national honors and award recipients today. Who is he going to be decorating and awarding? It's going to be quite an interesting one. Now, it's somebody from the opposition at the moment, or the incoming government is invited to say, can you, or you deserve anything? Would they, and Anna, would they go to take it? Well, interestingly, before even the Mahama government lands and starts operating. Well, there are signs of sycophancy already in Mohammed's incoming government. Thank you very, very much. Oh, that is lovely. That is lovely. It's even better than strawberries and cream, you know. Okay. Now, signs of sycophancy already showing in Mohammed's incoming administration. Cadman Mills has also said. Cadman Mills is the brother of the late president, John Atta Mills, who was a former leader. He was a leader of the NDC, who had John Mahama as his vice president, where after his demise, John Mahama took the reins and has now come back to finish what he started. Somebody say, finish what he started? Yeah, man. He's got lots of work to do. But we'll be looking into that. Come the 7th of January, he will be sworn in for his second tenure as a president. All right, then. Now, moving on to other parts of the world as well to look at some of the other stories making the rounds this morning. Well, Biden lays tribute to extraordinary Jimmy Carter, who dies aged 100. One-term Democratic president forged a career as an international statesman, winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. And boy, he did well. Boy, he did well. Oh, he is a very good fellow. Nigerians are saying, the Nigerian president is saying that, well, we want to talk about one of the entities or a president or a former president who loved Nigeria or African countries sincerely, then it's Jimmy Carter. Was it his fate? What happened? What helped him? He was just peanut farmer in Georgia and rose up to be a politician and a president. What about that? So, nothing should limit you. In other stories, can Ukraine face another year of war? That's the question. Come 24th of February, and Ukraine has gone in for how much? 3 years of war. And crash victims' families criticize the lack of updates as investigators search plane debris. That is in South Korea. And then new elections could take up to 4 years, Syria rebel leader has said. What is going to happen there is coming away from Starr Radio UK, and it's your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In Ethiopia, dozens die in Ethiopia after lorry with wedding guests fall into a river. What happened? And Azerbaijan has urged Russia to accept blame for plane crash. Well, he said that, he said that the plane was shot or fired upon by Russia in Kazakhstan. So will Russia take the rap and then make sure they pay compensation for the loss of lives and property? Well, what do you think about all that? More going to be coming your way. Here in the UK as well, warnings of snow, wind and rain across the UK for New Year. Winds of up to 70 miles per hour. Rain and snowfall are expected to bring disruption to parts of the UK from New Year's Eve. Down south here, it's going to be a different ball game. And London New Year's Eve tickets scam warning. And disruption at Gatwick Airport continues for the 4th day. Now, astronomers hope for dazzling but brief celestial show after 80-year wait. What is it that they want to see? Murder charge after wielding fatal stabbing. This and a lot more going to be coming your way. So wherever you are, don't turn the dial. This is Starr Radio UK. The King and Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, have led British tribute after the death of Jimmy Carter. This and a lot more coming your way. Starr Radio UK. Enjoy this tune. Ebenezer. That's how far God has brought us. And that is from Minister Isabella Elom Esiama. Enjoy it. I'll be with you.
We are standing here in the miracle of today. As our eyes behold the wonders your hand has made, shout of praise, I lift my voice to say Ebenezer, Ebenezer. We are standing here in the miracle of today, as our eyes behold the one that your hand has made. With a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say Ebenezer, Ebenezer, Ebenezer. That's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this much God's helped us. Ebenezer, see what the Lord has done. Ebenezer, 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 that's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this much God's helped us. Ebenezer, see what the Lord.
This is Starr Radio UK.
God, I look around and all my eyes can see all the words you've made. Oh, so beautiful. With a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say Ebenezer, Ebenezer. God, I look around. Oh, my eyes can see all the works your hand has made. Oh, so beautiful. With a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say Ebenezer. Ooh, Ebenezer, Ebenezer, that's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this is my God, our God of help. Just say the Lord, our joy is here. Ebenezer, Ebenezer, that's far God's brought us. You see, can you see? Ebenezer, this much God's help. The Lord has done it again. See what God has done. Ebenezer.
Oh, Ebenezer, see what God has done. See how far God has brought us. For 364 days, God has been good, hasn't He?
God, I look around. Oh, my eyes can see all the world.
But this is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Tomorrow will be the 31st of December, and that is virtually the end of the year. Yesterday morning, I woke up to the news of this other South Korea airplane crash, and then I asked myself the question: didn't they believe that they were going to be around for the the end of the 2024? Looking at all the plans and everything that they had for 2025. Life is not ours. But if God has shown you grace and you are still alive, you are here this morning and you can listen, you can hear me, you are well kicking. Maybe you've not got everything that you trusted God for. Some way, somehow, maybe you're struggling with one thing or the other. One thing that I continue to say is that you have life and there is hope. So once again, thank you very much for joining in. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages. We've got around 24 minutes to bring the whole program to a close. So, you know what? I promise you one thing for sure. I'm going to bring you that music maybe tomorrow, God willing, once we come on the final one before the year 2024 comes to a close. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So let's go straight on. Okay. All right. Don't worry. My eyes is leading me somewhere. I need to concentrate. Okay, now starting from Nigeria. Now, River Crisis, he took the slot. Wike roast Peter Odili. Nyesum Wike, Minister of Federal Capital Territory, fired back at the former governor of River State, Peter Odili. Now, Wike responded to comment by Odili, who said Siminalayi Fubara, governor of Rivers, prevented Wike from turning the state into his private estate. The Federal Capital Minister and estranged PDP chieftain claimed that Odili is reducing himself to a laughing stock. Do you agree with him at all? Is he reducing himself to a laughing stock? Well, in other stories, a real estate investor, Mr. My Ace China, has said that River State is beginning to enjoy the best of media perception because of Governor Siminalayi Fubara's political approach to governance. Mr. China, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Construction and Housing Mayor Limited, disclosed this in Port Harcourt after receiving the DMO 2024 Man of the Year Award. He said, the Garden City has not been enjoying the best of media perception for some years now, but this is the first time we have a governor who has committed to non-political bias in his work. He does not consider whether you are a member of his party or not before doing what is right. For the first time, we have a true father of the state to all, and he has been diligently following the blueprint that stakeholders developed at the last River Economic and Investment Summit, making sure he's doing it without political cronyism. And if we want political leaders, that is all that we want. The fact that somebody didn't agree with you when you were coming to power doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot work with them. All right, Starr Radio UK. Now, one story that is making the round this morning: the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has faulted the recent military. That's a good one. Has faulted the recent military parade involving Seyi Tinubu, the son of the President Bola Tinubu. He also demanded a thorough investigation into the incident, labeling it as a gross violation of military tradition. In a statement released yesterday, signed by his media advisor, Paul Ibe, the former number 2 citizen expressed outrage over the event, calling it an aberration for any branch of the armed forces to organize a formal parade for a non-designated public figure. It is with utter dismay and concern that Nigerians were subjected to a nauseating video circulating online where a group of young men armed and in full military procession bestowed upon the president's son unwarranted military honors, the statement reads. Atiku further questioned the legitimacy of the military-like outfit involved, stating that the so-called Nigeria Cadet Network was not a recognized entity within the Nigerian Armed Forces. He stressed that the name cadet, associated with young, formally trained military personnel, was exploited by civilians to tarnish the esteemed tradition of the military. To uncover the truth behind the shameless procession, we instructed our legal team, the military experts, to investigate the so-called Nigeria Cadet Network. To no one's surprise, it was revealed that the group is not a legally registered entity, Atiku noted. What is even more alarming is that brazen use of firearms by civilians in this so-called parade at a time illegal arms proliferation is at a dangerous high in our country. Now, according to the former vice president, preserving the integrity of the Nigerian army is paramount, adding that if it is determined that any legal violations were committed by the president's son or members of the so-called Nigeria Cadet Network, it is the constitutional duty of Nigerian security agencies to ensure that the law takes its course and those responsible are held accountable. Well, it's quite an interesting one, isn't it? But it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, the final story from Nigeria, and then move on to other parts of the world at 11:42. Now, 120, the National Agency for the Food and Drug Administration and Control said it destroyed over 120 billion worth of seized products from July to December 2024 in the 6 geopolitical zones and the Federal Capital Territory. Now, this was as the agency assured Nigerians that adequate measures had been put in place to safeguard their health before, during, and after the Yuletide season. This was contained in the Yuletide message of the Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, to Nigerians in a statement signed by the agency's president of resident media consultant Shayo Akintola on Sunday. Adeyeye emphasized the need to eat safe and stay safe during the festive period. Well, we're going to be entering into the new year where the celebration is going to be going. Virtually everybody is going to be celebrating that. But what do you think is going to happen there? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And the time now is 17 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's move on. In other part of Africa as well, polls have closed in Chad's first parliamentary election in parliamentary elections in 13 years. Now this time there is a push towards ending a military rule. The voting ended at 6 p.m. local time yesterday. Provisional results are expected by January 15 and final results by January 31. The main opposition is boycotting Sunday's vote after accusing authorities of not overseeing a credible electoral process. Why haven't I heard this one before? The oil exporting country of 18 million people among Africa's poorest had not had a free and fair transfer of power since it became independent from France in 1960. At least 8 million voters are registered to elect 188 legislators in the new National Assembly. Now, on Sunday's election comes at a critical time for Chad, which is battling several security challenges from Boko Haram and the break in decades-long military ties with France, its key ally. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. In South Sudan, thousands of people have been forced to flee their homes in South Sudan's West Equatorial State following weeks of violence in the town of Tambura and its surrounding areas, according to a United Nations mission in the country. The mission, known as the United Nations Mission in South Sudan, said on Friday that calm had returned to the area following the violence, which saw many of those displaced taking shelter near a temporary UN base. We have been here in the bush for about 2 weeks now, Monica Seferina said, who was displaced from the Tambura area, told peacekeepers as they patrolled on Friday. Well, so let's see. A new year, let's see what the plans will be for all of them. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, in Africa, Samuel Inkum has been granted 100,000 bail over alleged visa fraud. Trying to get that story? Samuel Inkum, a former player of the Ghana Black Stars, have been granted 100,000 Ghana cedis bail with two sureties over visa fraud. The court, presided over by Mrs. Susanna Edufo, ordered that each of Income's sureties should earn not less than 5,000 Ghana cedis. He is also to deposit his passport picture with the court's registry. Income is alleged to have taken $4,000 from Madam Elizabeth Atarim May Imbo Awuni under the pretext of securing her client with a U.S. traveling visa, but has denied it. Now, the court asked that Income appears before it in January 22, 2025. Now, Police Chief Inspector Tete Buafo, giving the facts, said Madam Awuni was an entrepreneur and resident of Oyarifa, Accra, as Madam Abigail Owusu, a public servant, also a resident of Oyarifa, Accra, and both were complainants in the case. Income, the accused person, is a retired footballer residing as a Kendi Takoradi in the Western region. So how come they are here in they are in Accra and managed to pay monies to him down there? What do you think about all that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will be this morning, December 10, chair a national honors and awards ceremony. One of his final act as he bows out of office to celebrate the exceptional contributions and selfless services of individuals to the nation. Now, he goes on, a letter of notification signed by the Chief Justice, the Chief of Staff, my apologies, Akusia Fremo, say Opare has asked nominees to be seated by 11 a.m. at the Accra International Conference Center, the venue for the investiture. The dress code for the occasion is formal or traditional attire with suggestions including kente fugu or suit reflecting Ghana's rich cultural heritage and the formal nature of the event. Nominees have been granted the privilege of bringing up two families members to witness the momentous occasion. Now, personal invitation cards signed by Nanado have also been extended to nominees there as well. The National Honors and Awards ceremony serves as a platform to acknowledge individuals whose remarkable achievement and dedication have significantly impacted Ghana's progress and underscores the importance of national service and excellence. Well, these are 5 of the distinct awards: Order of the Star and the Eagle of Ghana, Order of the Star of Ghana, Order of the Volta, the Medal for Gallantry, and the Grand Medal. So these are the awards that will be given individuals in Ghana this morning, as the program might have started. Okay, because they were supposed to have been seated by exactement what? 11. So about 50 minutes ago. But well, we're pushing through, aren't we? Bringing you everything that you need to know. And let me say good morning to my daughter-in-law, Mrs. Patricia Roxanne Hammond. I hope you are doing very, very well. MPP versus NDC Akufo-Addo government claims better performance on key macroeconomic indicators. Is it true? Okay. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, before the Mahama government takes over the reins in Ghana, well, signs of sycophancy already showing in Mahama's incoming administration. Cadman Mills has said, Cadman Mills, the brother of the late President John Evansata Mills, has raised some concerns and observation about certain individuals within the National Democratic Congress who, according to him, are attempting to secure positions in the upcoming John Dramani Mahama government. He has warned that any signs of sycophancy are already visible. Now, with some individuals and institutions excessively flattering Mahama and his family in an attempt to gain favor. In a post on X yesterday, Cadman Mills highlighted a typical example of what he sees as sycophantic behavior. He specifically mentioned public calls for Mahama's son, Sharaf Mahama, to be appointed as the Minister of Sports, citing his personal interest in the sector, particularly in boxing. Now, Mills expressed his disapproval of such suggestion, arguing that Ghanaians deserve more than merely family appointments based on flattery. He also reminded the NDC that the Ghanaian people has high expectation for the incoming administration to deliver better results than the previous one, which led to the party's removal from office after Mahama's first term. Now, interestingly, if you watch what is going on there and what has happened in Ghana, what has happened here in the UK, now the Labour Party came in with a landslide win, and everything was like woo, woo, woo. Okay, but just over 6 months or less, let me call it 5 months. Well, it seems that everything seemed to have been out of the window, and people are saying, hey, you promised to do that and that and that and that, and you seem not to be doing that. And virtually people are angry. Now, there were some people who even had to collect signatures to make sure that they get more than 100,000. That requires a debate as to whether we should have another elections, which I know that wouldn't happen. But well, it's quite an interesting one, isn't it? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Delta Hammond, baby sister, good morning to you. Juliet Macapila, good morning to you as well, Juliet. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Had a very nice Christmas time wherever you are. Delt, say hello to Mom for me, and Rosie, Neresi, and all you wonderful ones in Ghana as well. I hope you're all doing great. All right then. Starr Radio UK. We've got about another 6 minutes to bring the program to a close. Wow, how time flies, Now let's come quickly to other parts of the world, a couple of stories from there, and let's look at it. Now, there's been an outpouring of tributes to Jimmy Carter, the former U.S. president, who died at the age of 100. Now, U.S. President Joe Biden described Carter as a man of principle, faith, and humility, while President-elect Donald Trump says Americans owe Carter a debt of gratitude. The Democrats, one term in office from 1977 to 1981, included brokering a landmark peace accord between Egypt and Israel. He also saw a struggling U.S. economy and disastrous attempt to free American hostages seized in Iran. In later life, he became a tireless worker for peace, the environment, and human rights, for which he was recognized with a Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. And what would we say to him and to the family? We say, may he so rest in perfect peace, and to his family, our condolences, and to the U.S. as a whole, our condolences to them. I remember seeing him when he came to Ghana back in the day after he's left the presidency, after he's been voted out. I remember because he came to a church in then Kwame Nkrumah Circle, around that place. I've forgotten the name of the church, but I remember it as if it was yesterday. Well, everyone seemed to be singing his praise now, but at the time, how did people see his tenure and how did it actually impact them? There at the time, people would think, oh, he was doing that and that and that, but now reality has set in and everybody seems to be singing it. How come that we like singing the praises of people, especially when they are dead and gone? What about that? Are you scared of that they will come back and knock us? Well, listen to Star Radio UK. My producer is telling me that I should behave myself. Yes, I'm behaving myself. All right, then, Star. Got about a couple of stories, then I'll bring the program to a close. And then I'll end it with the song from the Zongo man himself. It says, be nice. We are entering into the final stretch for the year 2024. It's been a tough one. It's been a challenging one. It's been also, name it. Well, you might have seen a loss. I saw a loss. And there's a lot of things that have happened. However, you are still alive, right? Yes, you got to give thanks to God, because God is not finished with you. Now, another sad story that did happen yesterday. Bereaved families are calling for more support from the government after 179 people were killed in the Jeju airplane crash at South Korea's Moon International Airport on Sunday. They are frustrated at the lack of timely updates from Jeju Air and continue to wait for the release of their loved ones' bodies. The investigation into the causes of the crash continues as officials examine the debris at the scene. South Korea has launched a comprehensive inspection of all Boeing 737-800 aircraft operated by the country's carriers, on an official has said. Well, it's a sad one. You're watching whatever took place and how it all happened, and you know that it's just we traveling and doing all those stuff. And if anything of that or that sort has not happened to you, I remember there was a plane crash. Was it in Brazil or that place or somewhere? And then that was sometime this year, and there was one person who wanted to board a flight, and one of the security members or attend. And then I said they wouldn't allow. They were fighting. This man said he was a bit late and he was angry and he was quarreling and all that. For him to just hear the next few moments, call it an hour or plus, and that the plane has crashed and people on board, all of them have died, and he was the only body who wasn't given the opportunity to board the plane. So is it something that was indefinitely going to happen? And then, however, God, some way, somehow, had to come through for him because it wasn't his time to go. So, if you are still alive, I can tell you it's not your time to go. And therefore, be rest assured, some way, somehow, things will fall into place. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. All right. Let's come to the UK front. Rain, snow, and strong winds will hit the UK as 2025 gets underway, with a series of weather warnings covering all parts of the country coming into force between Monday and Thursday. An amber alert for rain has been issued for parts of Scotland on New Year's Eve, and stormy conditions are expected to spread to the rest of the UK. Now, some warnings are already in place, and conditions look set to deteriorate as the week goes on, raising the prospect of disruptions impacting New Year's event. Now, Sunday pre-Hogmanay torchlight procession in Edinburgh and a planned fireworks display in Blackpool were among the celebrations which have already been called off due to the weather. Well, on Monday, the Met Chief upgraded a rain weather warning for parts of the northern Scotland on the 31st of December to amber warning. Flooding and disruption is likely until 17 hours GMT on Tuesday. The forecast says expects areas of low pressure to bring unsettled conditions more widely across the UK on both New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. That will eventually lead to a cold plunge of air from the north, with temperatures dipping below freezing for many. Well, on New Year's Eve, there could be as much as 100 to 140 millimeters, that's 3.9 to 5.5 inches of rain in some parts of Western Scotland, which could lead to localized flooding, etc., etc. So please check it out. If you don't need to travel, please don't. Go to your local community church, the local churches there, and fellowship with them if you have to go to church. But well, you have to go for events to see to welcome the new year. Please be careful about all that. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The final story. The mayor of London has warned people to be aware of scammers ahead of the capital's official New Year's Eve fireworks event. Sadiq Khan said tickets for the famous annual display, which take place around South Bank and Victoria Embankment, has sold out, having gone on sale in October. Ticketmaster is the only place to buy resale tickets. Watch out for scammers claiming to sell tickets online or offline. If you have tickets, please remember to bring ID, and posted on X. The Metropolitan Police says it will have dedicated resources in central London working alongside organizers, adding that there will be no access to anyone without tickets. And that is why I'm bringing the program to a close. And let me say massive good morning or good afternoon to my neighbors. They are doing very, very well. They are police officers. To David, Megan, Townsend, and the little one. I call her my little princess, Princess Maeve. Wherever you all are, massive good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Have a lovely day. And to our wonderful listeners who tuned in today to listen to us, I want to say have a lovely, jubbly afternoon, day as we say it. And I'll see you all tomorrow, God willing, for the final segment of the morning show before we bring the year to a close. But now let's sign off with this tune from the Zongo Man, and he says what? He says be nice. What more can you be or do? You just have to be nice to everyone. Until I come your way tomorrow, it's with me, Archie, saying, have a top of the day, and bye-bye for now.
Hey! Kokoti.
I'm out like that.
Be nice to your brethren. Be nice to your sister. Be nice to everyone and make the world a better place.
This is Starr Radio UK.
To everyone.
Thanks for listening.
Smile to everyone, everyone smile. Don't smile in my face and stop me hard in the back. You are the bully, oppressor and a gangster. You're just a bombing, starving, shooting, killing, murdering innocent children, harassing them in the neighborhood, disturbing the peace in the neighborhood. Why can't you be nice, hey, and kind? Be nice to your husband. Be nice to your wife. Be nice to your colleagues. Be nice to your mates. Be nice to your friends. Be nice to your neighbors. Be nice to everyone, whether black or white. Kokoti, 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 kokoti. Unite against racism, unite against oppression, unite against gangstercracy, unite against misogyny, unite against homophobia, unite against xenophobia, unite, hey, unite, 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 unite against hate and make the world a better place. Hey! Kokoti, 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 kokoti. Children, be nice, oh children.
Thanks for listening.
Be nice to your mates. Children,